Guys, I think we may just be in a fever dream, because what is actually going on? You know how Sony has, been incompetent as far as their live action Spider-Man universe that doesn't include Spider-Man, but it includes his villains who aren't really villains. They're rather just instead anti-heroes. Yeah, that entire mess. They've been losing money, a lot of money, especially after Madam Web severely underperformed in box office. I don't even think they broke even for that film. So they want to make that money back. So they said, you know what? Fuck it. In celebration for 100 years of Columbia, quote unquote, wink wink, they're gonna fuck around and re-release every live action Spider-Man movie in theaters. Now they said in celebration for 100 years of Columbia, but I think we all know the real reason is Madam Web flopping so astronomically down bad. But I do kind of have a theory. What is it, gang? It may or may not pan out, but who knows. So let's go over the details of when each film is going to re-release in theaters, and as well my thoughts on each film, which ones I'm going to go and personally see, and then my theory on why they may be doing this other than to make money they lost on Madam Web. So first, let's go over the details, the dates of each film. They are, of course, going to be in order of release. So starting off with April 15th, Spider-Man 1 starring Tobey Maguire. April 22nd, Spider-Man 2. April 29th, Spider-Man 3. May 6th, The Amazing Spider-Man starring Andrew Garfield. May 13th, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. May 20th, Spider-Man Homecoming. May 27th, Spider-Man Far From Home. And lastly but not least, June 3rd, Spider-Man No Way Home. Now the most interesting thing about these dates is that these are all Mondays, back-to-back Mondays, which may be inconvenient for most, but for people like me, this is goated. I already have Mondays off from work, so I'm chilling. Yes, sir. For those who don't, you gotta plan accordingly and all that jazz, so yeah, request or make sure your boss knows you're not coming in on whatever Monday because you need to see an old Spider-Man movie re-releasing to theaters. Or maybe just don't tell them that specifically, but do what you gotta do. But I think they did this because of two other things. One, obviously they gotta save new movie releases for weekends and shit like that, but as well, the most dedicated fans will be showing up to theaters for these films. Now, what films will I personally be showing up to rewatch? I'm definitely gonna be rewatching Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Honestly, nothing against Tom's films, but I might skip Homecoming. I know I'm gonna skip Far From Home because I do kind of remember seeing Homecoming in theaters. I don't recall seeing the previous ones in theaters, and two, I don't like Far From Home that much. And finally, I'll definitely go see No Way Home because that experience was insane first time watching it in theaters. Obviously this time it's not really going to be much similar to that in any capacity, but it will be cool to see in theaters again for sure. But yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of indecisive on Homecoming, but we'll see. Now let's get into the whys and the theories of why I think they're releasing or re-releasing these films to theaters. Number one, dedicated fans will show up. Number two, Madam Web flopped, gotta get that box office bread back. Number three, they may be using it as marketing as far as like, hey, guess what? We just re-released all those Spider-Man films not too long ago. For those who watched, guess what we got next? Kraven the Hunter and Venom 3, even though most probably won't want to see Kraven, but will want to see Venom 3. And now the fourth reason, which is my personal theory. Call me delusional at any moment in the comments if you want. Let me know if I'm just tripping, dreaming, crazy, whatever. Let me know if I'm being too faithful. What if they are re-releasing these films to possibly see, hey, should we make Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4? Well, let's see the box office for the re-release of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Or what if they're thinking, Andrew Garfield got a lot of praise for No Way Home. Should we make The Amazing Spider-Man 3? Well, let's check out the box office re-release numbers for Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Granted, Spider-Man 3 is kind of controversial among the Spider-Man community, and TASM 2 being considered the worst Spider-Man film, even though it's the worst written Spider-Man film. Notice how I said worst written, because other than that, the movie is good, besides how terribly written it was. But yeah, maybe this could lead to them making sequels. Who knows? Honestly though, we need to really make it known to Sony that we want these films now, or I should say a month from now, more than ever, and show up to these re-releases and be like, hey, we love these movies, we want sequels to Raimi and Webb franchises. As long as you guys don't mess with the story, let them write the story on their own. Ultimately, this is one of two things, if not both. This is either a cash grab and or an audience reaction test to see if maybe, should we make TASM 3 Raimi Spider-Man 4? So what do you think? Are you excited that they're are re-releasing every Spider-Man live action movie in theaters, and if so, which ones are you planning to go and see? With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I usually try my best to cover confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media, and whatever else I'm interested in. So if that's what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 6K. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and just check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.